Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about chemical hazards. A chemical hazard is a type of occupational hazard caused by exposure to hazardous or dangerous chemicals. Exposure to chemicals can cause acute or long-term detrimental health effects. There are many types of hazardous chemicals including neurotoxins, immune agents, dermatological agents, carcinogens, and so on. Almost every lab should have a warning on their door like this, and probably some more warnings on chemicals on the walls like you see here. This chart right here shows the hazardous symbols of chemicals. This shows the carcinogenic hazard or health hazard. This shows a human with a cross-like structure on their throat. Highly flammable, which shows a flame exclamation mark. This depicts that it is dangerous or hazardous. Gas cylinder, this depicts that it has gases under high pressure. The corrosive sign shows a table and a hand and some liquid pouring through these two test tubes, and this liquid seems to be really corrosive, so you can even see that there are holes in the hand and the table. This sign is explosive. It shows an exploding bomb. Flame over circle, this depicts oxidizing. This thing is that it is hazardous to the environment. Shows a dead tree and a fish. Skull and crossbones, this depicts that it is poisonous. This chart right here shows the NFPA diamond. There are 4 divisions in the diamond which are typically color coded, with red on top indicating flammability and blue on the left indicating level of health hazard, yellow on the right for chemical reactivity or instability, and white containing codes for special hazards or specific hazards. These charts show some hazardous chemicals with their dangers written and their corresponding NFPA label. For example, sulfuric acid, the hazards written and the NFPA label, nitric acid, potassium hydroxide, anhydrous ammonia, cyanide, iron powder, acetone, benzene, isopropyl alcohol, mercury. Okay, now to show you something real, these are all my chemicals. When we go to the acids and alkalines over here, you can see that there are acids, acidic acid, citric acid, hydrochloric acid, nitric acid. This hydrochloric acid over here has the label and the corrosive sign. This nitric acid has the corrosive sign as well as the oxidizing sign. Sodium hydroxide, ammonium hydroxide, lithium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, they all have the corrosive sign. When we go down, here are my organic and inorganic chemical compounds. Naphthalene, it has the highly flammable sign and the general warning sign. Potassium dichromate, toxic sign. Silver nitrate, oxidizing and corrosive sign. Trimethyl borate, highly flammable and toxic. Potassium permanganate, oxidizing. Manganese dioxide, oxidizing. Lead nitrate, poisonous. Sodium hypochlorite, toxic and oxidizing. Potassium nitrate, explosive. Methanol, toxic and highly flammable. And when we go down over here, these are all my elements. Here lead, it has the toxic sign. Mercury also should have the poisonous sign. Sodium should have the corrosive sign and highly flammable explosive signs, but I follow that. Chlorine over here, you can see the pale yellow green gas. It is poisonous. And here bromine, it should have the toxic and highly flammable sign, so I have forgotten that as well. Iodine, it is also poisonous. Sulfur, I have managed it. And this hydrogen, no, that's oxygen. Hydrogen over here, it should have the explosive sign. And when we go a little bit down to the last section, here are all my indicators. They have the general warning sign. And sodium hydroxide, which has the corrosive sign. So when dealing with a subject like chemistry, safety is really important, because several scientists have even died from using chemicals. So for that, here I have safety equipments. Almost every chemist should wear these when conducting experiments. This is a chemical respirator. You should put this on when dealing with poisonous gases. Eye shield, shielding goggles, face masks, latex gloves, really important when acids bases are used. This is optional for me because I use this when conducting experiments which involves really bright light which can even blind me. Well, for example, sodium burning with chlorine, magnesium burning, so I use this black goggles like thing for that purpose. So here, anyway, safety is really important, as I told you, when dealing with chemicals. I think that safety really matters in subject like chemistry. So saying that, let's do some cool experiments and reactions in future upcoming videos with safety in mind. See you in the next video.